She stepped out that night in a new dress I had never seen before, shimmering like 1,000 promises, hugging her body just a little too perfectly. Girls' night, she tossed out casually while touching up her lipstick in the mirror. Don't wait up. She pressed a fast little kiss to my cheek and walked out the door, leaving her perfume floating behind like smoke after a gunshot. I trusted her, or at least I believed I did. But something in her voice, the way she avoided my eyes, it hit me with a dull ache right in the center of my chest. I kept telling myself I was overthinking. We spent years building this marriage. Trust was supposed to be the foundation. But that night, trust felt like thin glass under my feet. I ordered a pizza, turned on a movie, tried to chill. 30 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I figured it was spam until I opened it, and my heart just stopped. The photo showed my wife in a bar, but she wasn't with the girls. She was sitting dangerously close to a man she once told me was just someone from the gym. Their heads leaned in. Her hand rested on his thigh, like she forgot she had a husband at home. My blood went ice cold. Under the picture was one sentence. You deserve and know. I literally forgot how to breathe for a full minute. Rage, hurt, shock. It all slammed into me at once until I felt nothing but numb. I didn't call her. I didn't text her. I just stood up, grabbed my keys, and drove, not out of rage, but clarity. When trust snaps, silence is louder than screaming. I drove to that bar, not to blow up, not to yell, but to see with my own eyes what she chose over the marriage we swore to protect. From a distance, I watched them laughing, touching, flirting like teenagers who never learn consequences. She lifted her drink, smiling like she didn't have a husband waiting at home. And that's when it hit me. I wasn't looking at my wife anymore. I was looking at a stranger wearing her face. I didn't walk in. I didn't make a scene. I just lifted my phone, took a picture, timestamp clear, no angles to argue, and I walked out. The dry back didn't hurt. It burned, but clarity gave this weird calmness. I already knew what came next. When she came home after midnight, hair messy, laughing as she walked in, she froze when she saw me standing there with my suitcase packed. She went pale. Why are you... she started to say, but I just held up my phone and showed her the picture. Her breath cracked. Silence filled the room like toxic gas. She tried scrambling for excuses. It's not what it looks like. I had too much to drink. We were just joking. But lies sound different when you already know the truth. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just told her, I hoped that moment was worth losing a marriage over. She collapsed instantly, grabbing my hand, begging like someone drowning for air. Tears, apologies, promises. But panic doesn't reverse betrayal. Please don't leave, she cried. It meant nothing. But if it meant nothing, why sacrifice everything for it? Why let another man touch what she vowed belonged to me alone? There's a point where words stop counting, and only actions matter. She crossed that point the second she walked out that door. I left quietly, spent the night at a friend's place while she blew up my phone with messages and voicemails soaked in regret. The next morning, I filed for divorce, not out of rage, but peace. She destroyed everything in 30 minutes, and no amount of tears was ever going to rewind the moment she betrayed me. Weeks passed. She kept trying, flowers, letters, begging for conversations. But trust once shattered never fits back the same again. One night of freedom cost her the life she had. It cost us everything. Months later, I heard she ended things with that guy, but it didn't matter anymore. I was rebuilding myself, gym, business, routines, rediscovering the part of me I abandoned while trying to be a good husband. Healing didn't happen overnight, but it set me free. Betrayal hurts, but it also frees you. Losing someone who chose dishonor made me find myself again. Sometimes people don't cheat because they're unhappy. They cheat because they think you'll always be there. Forgiving, available, blind. She gambled on the idea that I'd always stay. She lost. Now she watches from a distance. The man she once had. The man she threw away for one reckless night. And every time she reaches out, I say nothing. Silence became my closure. Peace became my revenge. She actually taught me something powerful without even realizing it. Betrayal doesn't break strong men. It sharpens them. She lost everything in one stupid moment. And I walked toward a life where loyalty still means something, like it always should have. Sometimes love ends quietly, with a photograph, a suitcase, and a man choosing himself over someone who forgot his worth. And I don't regret a single step I took away from her. She said, "Don't wait up." I didn't. And I never will again.